Hi friends, it's Amy at Doki Doki Forest. It has been a long time, hasn't it? I wanted to come back and just, as I'm gluing in this book, I just wanted to chat with you and apologize for being away for pretty much the whole summer. That wasn't the way I had planned for things to go, but sometimes life just, changes your course of action. So you think you're, just kind of swimming along, and all of a sudden the current can change and you find yourself in unfamiliar waters or going upstream or, some sort of challenge. And that's kind of what happened here. It's just one of those things where the focus had to shift from doing my art and creating and that sort of thing to just taking care of family and spending time with family and making sure everybody's okay. And everybody is okay, but it just became a priority for me to transfer all of my energy that I had from creative mode to family mode. And usually I can kind of split it, I can kind of do some art and things like that and hang out over here and still, be able to handle things on the family side. But recently I have been focusing pretty much solely on everyone else's well-being and, just trying to take care of people. And then when I have time, I haven't felt creative at all. I guess I've just been sort of regenerating, trying to get some energy back. And to be honest, a lot of the time when I have the downtime, it's been hard to do anything at all. I have just felt completely immobilized, I guess maybe that's what exhaustion is, I don't know, but it's just been one of those things. So I definitely haven't been over here creating this summer and, getting into all kinds of fun things and not sharing them with you. These pages I'm gluing right now are literally the first thing I've done creative-wise since I saw you last. And even this was a struggle at first, which is weird because usually for me, glue booking is a great thing to do, and it still is a great thing to do, when I feel that way, when I feel a little burnt out or tired or run down or whatever it may be, it's a really good outlet. But for some reason, I sat down at my desk a couple of times, and even working in my glue book was overwhelming. I just looked at the images. I sort of shifted them around on the page a little bit, but I didn't glue anything down. So I don't know what happened, but one day I sat down at the desk and started working in this castle glue book, and actually, something came together. I don't know why. I don't really know what was different. It was just, I had tried a couple of times and done nothing. And then I sat down this time and I was able to create these pages. And I feel like I'm slowly, getting back to myself, I know I had another video called Getting My Creative Mojo Back. And in that one, I actually did glue booking and it helped. And in this case, it's helping too. It's slower. So why am I telling you all this? Well, number one, I just didn't want you to think I was flippantly not on YouTube or that I had just, left just on a whim. I just wanted you to know there's, kind of some stuff going on. And everything's okay, but there's just some stuff. And secondly, I wanted to thank you all so much for your well wishes, your comments, happy mail, just reaching out, letting me know you're there, letting me know you're thinking of me. And that has meant a lot, even though I couldn't always comment because I am so sorry, but even that felt overwhelming at the time. Just everything felt overwhelming. But receiving messages from you guys and reading them, that meant the world to me. That lifted my spirits. I'd be feeling really, really down, and then I would read something and it would lift me up. So I'm going to make a separate video and share some of the happy mail that I was sent because it's really special, and I do want to share that with you all. And then the other thing I wanted to say was, thanks for not leaving. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your patience with me. I really appreciate it. YouTube is a finicky thing where I wasn't sure if I would come back and there would be, maybe 10 people left. Everyone has moved on to other channels, other people. That's just what happens. And I totally get it, because if I just disappear, then some people might be going, is she coming back? Is that it? And they may go elsewhere. So I just want to thank you so much for being here, and welcome to all my new subscribers. I can't believe it. I thought the numbers would go down. I actually have more subscribers now than when I left. So I just want to thank you. I just want to acknowledge you and thank you and let you know I see you and I appreciate you, and I am really happy you're here, my friends. I really missed being here. Now let's have a look at this gluebook page and see what is going on. As you can see, we have like a tropical theme here, and this is my castle gluebook. You may have seen me work in this a couple times before. I have a castle gluebook playlist if you are interested. But basically this gluebook, every page, the tops are cut a little bit differently. There's all different like shapes with towers and all kinds of just different tops and designs, and it does make it interesting to work in. You've got some points and stuff like that, but it's also fun. Shaped magazines are always very interesting to work in, and Janet Nash is the one who kicked off my whole shaped magazines adventure. She had her Heart magazine that she created, and it inspired me so much. I have been making shaped magazines since then. I've done a mushroom one, and is that it? Maybe that's the only one. I have some other ones I've done, but I can't remember if I've shared them. So maybe another one will be coming up soon. I have like a fall kind of themed one, so we'll see how that goes. Now this image of the lady I have had forever. I have been hanging on to that for over a decade at least. And I've been saving her, and finally I thought, well, she goes in this room. Like, I really like her in here. And I will be honest, a lot of times when I'm working in my glue book, I almost always have a story. But in this case, I don't have a story yet. I would love to come up with a story, or if you have a story, you can let me know. But usually when I'm working on the pages, the images will sort of chat with me, they chat with each other. I just feel like they all of a sudden a story emerges, But as I was gluing on these particular pages, I really was just thinking about what I liked and what looked good, and maybe thinking is the wrong word because it was more intuitive. So it was just kind of hold an image up, and if I liked it, I glued it. If I didn't, then, I took the image out or moved it or, whatever. So I don't have a story for this one yet, but I think that'll come, but I don't want to pressure myself. The stories don't always appear right away or happen right away. I don't really force them. It's like, if I'm working on something and they happen, which does seem to occur most of the time, then I go with it. And in this case, I'm not sure. I think there's something here, but it's one of those things I'll discover later as I look at the pages. So let me know if you make up stories too when you're gluing away or creating away. If you could just be painting a picture of a character or a scene, and maybe you're thinking about traveling to that scene that you're painting, or that character you're painting is like, talking to you. It may all stem from my creative writing. I think there's a lot of things it stems from, but I remember in creative writing, one of the exercises was to have a conversation with the character that you are creating, like interview them and then write that out or type that out. And so I think because I would look at my characters and they would have a dialogue with me. The same thing happens when I look at images, and especially when I'm putting them on the pages like this, and if they have like very expressive faces, or it just calls out to me, and next thing I know, they've all got a story going on. So I'm just kind of sticking with the same color scheme here. We've got sort of a 70s color scheme with like the green, yellow, or you could say earthy, I suppose. We've got like green and yellows and sort of like a peachy color there with that fan. And then I'm going to add some fruit, and who knows why. It just wanted to go there. And sometimes, you don't question it. If you have an image and it just wants to go somewhere, you just glue it down, right? You just go with it. So that's what I was doing. I tried to stay out of my own way, which is usually something that can kind of hinder creativity too, is when we get in our own way, right? But here's the page. We did it. Hooray! I'm so excited to be back. I promise I'll be back with another video really soon. Thank you so much once again for sticking with me and visiting the forest. And I cannot wait to chat with you again.